What's going on, guys? My name is Zed and welcome to this video. This is last week I watched number 31, and without any further ado, let's get into it.
Andy! What the hell are you doing here?
I want the money.
Why would I have the money?
Don't you play fucking dumb with me.
So since I have a little bit of time to spare, I just wanted to say right here at the top that I have only watched 2 movies this week. I thought I'd watch 3 because that's kind of like my minimum. Like, I want to watch 3 movies a week, at least. But as I was trying to record, because I've been slacking on my one-sentence reviews, I was like, okay, so we have Shimmer Lake. Okay, Shimmer Lake. We have Buster's Malheart. It's pretty late. I think I had to watch it. Which one's the third one? I could not remember what else I had watched, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I had only watched 2 movies, which is kind of crazy. So to start off the week, I watched Shimmer Lake, which is a story about a small town where everyone knows everybody, and there's a bank robbery that kind of goes south. And the story is told out of order. It kind of jumps around a bit, but it does a pretty good job at telling you where you are at in the story. And it also does a very good job at laying little groundwork, just little story elements to like put in your mind, in the back of your mind, and when they come to fruition, you're like, that's the fucking naked kid. That's a really weird example to use, but watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I would say this movie, I think the filmmakers thought it was going to be a bit more ambitious. Like a Tarantino movie. Like Tarantino is traditionally known for telling his movies out of order, with like movies like Pulp Fiction. And the reason he does that is because he says, Tarantino, his reasoning was, books are told out of order. My movies are like books. My movies are told out of order, and it's up to the audience member to be smart enough, averagely smart enough to be able to follow that story. So that's kind of what Shimmer Lake is based off of. Is like it's a crime thriller drama told out of order, but also kind of a dark comedy. Like they really wanted to put elements of dark comedy into the movie, and they do, and it doesn't fall flat necessarily, but it's one of those things where this movie kind of it tonally felt all over the place, because it didn't know exactly what it wanted to do. But Shimmer Lake, 3 out of 5 stars.
What do you actually do? What's your title?
Concierge.
Concierge.
Hey, hang on, man. You can't do that here.
Concierge comes from the Latin conservis, which means fellow slave. Don't take that personally. You're not the only person trapped in the machine, in fact.
And then lastly this week, I watched a movie called Buster's Malheart, which took me quite a while to realize what that title meant. And it took me just as long to try to figure out what this movie was about. And I still haven't. Basically, this movie, again, is also told out of order. It's kind of told all over the place, but with various meanings. Have you ever heard of the story Jonah and the Whale? It's an old biblical story about this guy called Jonah, and he is told by God that he has to deliver the news of this town's impending demise, of this giant floods of that are going to destroy the town. And when Jonah goes to try to tell them, they don't believe him. They don't believe him. So he kind of leaves the town, and God gives him shelter with this small tree or small vine, and he forgets to take care of it. Jonah forgets to take care of the vine, and the vine dies. God kind of like puts his wrath on Jonah, for not saying anything, and he ends up going out on a boat. And there's very harsh waves, and all the blame kind of comes down on Jonah, and Jonah confesses that it's because of him, so they throw him overboard. And then he gets swallowed by a whale, and he lives in the whale for 3 days until God finally tells the whale to spit him out. And then he goes in and tells the townspeople that there's going to be a flood, and he saves them all. And that's Jonah and the whale. It's a story about give and take. It's a story about give and take, and about what duties you have in life, I suppose. And this movie is sort of a modern day retelling of Jonah and the whale. In some ways it's not. In some ways, you can definitely interpret it as that. Interpret it at. I've watched several videos on people breaking down the ending, the beginning, the middle, the whole story, breaking down the commentary from the director and the cast, and Rami Malek's in it, by the way. He's fantastic. And it kind of all comes down to a singular point. What do you think it's about? That's what it's about. How do you interpret it? What did you get out of it? Do these characters actually exist? Do these characters not? Who killed this person? Who killed that person? Why is this person here? What do the frogs mean? What does any of this mean? And it's all up to you to kind of think. Well, it's all up to you to kind of imagine it your own way. Thus far, I'm still trying to get my imagination kicking to try to make something up for what the hell this movie meant. But with all that being said, it was absolutely wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. One of the best, if not the best, performance I've ever seen from Rami Malek. 4 out of 5 stars. So, not only could I not watch movies this week, I couldn't even bother finishing the video. So I'm here to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace.